Keith will give us an update on XRP and on XRP in the market before announcing Ripple, the big news that everyone has probably heard already. All information regarding 1,700 NDAs disclosed in the legal documents pertaining to Ripple v. Sexy. We looked at it. I will notify you once this litigation is finalized. It would now be possible to glimpse the big picture at Ripple and find out if it was a hoax. All this time, or is it true? It is, folks. All right, then we can begin. Both Bitcoin and Ethereum gained $58,183 on the last day. Arriving at $25.76, it's down. Contrasted with the 99 cents of the USDC bundle, the USD is arriving at 2.82% as a dollar. With a total market cap of 58 cryptocurrencies reaching $1,075 billion, where does XRP, which is up 2.18%, stand? You raise an excellent point about the next steps. $1 million is the total. Who asked this? Look, we're still being considered. We are merely reducing 54 to 63 without doing anything further. The price of Bitcoin, which is presently trading between $59,000 and $58,000 and $58,000, has dropped significantly. We are on the verge of breaking out. Is it planned to be done this month, or is it more likely to happen when the elections are approaching? We are aware that the price will climb in this bull market, but we are still waiting for one of the two possibilities to occur. Hence, I recommend that you purchase one immediately. By the month's end, it will have taken place. Compared to these other projects, we have returned more XRP to our holders. Additionally, we have huge games that are on the verge of dropping our token and the metaverse midway through the game, leaving just 3 months to save our ecosystem. Compound is where the vast majority of XP Ledger initiatives have occurred. Some very convincing signs of a potential breakthrough have been shown by XRP. Their yesterday's release was spot on. We did a quick push-up. They made their statement in response to positive developments in the continuing SEC litigation, which is fighting against a triple and increased market momentum. The token's price has been stuck between 57 and 65 cents, and if it manages to break past these strong barrier levels, analysts are predicting that XRP might hit new heights. Having said that, they are absolutely right in ignoring the 75-cent level, the strongest resistance level in that area. It is to blame because everyone knows that Pop prefers to move alone. We acknowledge that it stands alone. Enjoys the freedom to do as it pleases, whenever it pleases, and no one will dare to interfere with its unique behavior. Today it will only be green, will it not? With the crypto cooking, as Michelle described it, the stage was set. I propose we go on a ride first thing in the morning. It's hard for me to say. I don't understand. The idea seemed great, so I thought I'd show it to you. You might expect that we will write it first thing in the morning once the price of XRP increases. However, before I go any further, I must mention Keith, the sole analyst to whom you should be paying attention, as he apprises you of your every action months before anything actually happens, so you won't get your hopes up. It was XRP 382 Fib that foretold this would happen there. Still being aggressive at 60 cents. What is the required number of screen appearances for us? Listen up, because I have some fantastic news to share before anyone else does. I will now stop talking about the move. I wanted you to think about Bitcoin the way I would if I were explaining it to you. First and foremost, the moving average is wonderful, but there is a downside. It might sit here and think about it for a while. It has to be finished. Right now it's in this spot. The Bollinger Bands will tighten up in this situation, plus they're not even close. Are overly wide and will have to squeeze in. If you want more volatility and pop, you'll have to squeeze them even more. Which, coincidentally, should take us to the next level where there is another fib line. Since we are currently below it, I had previously drawn out an additional mathematical support and resistance line that I will share with you. There is a 75-cent resistance. Using these arrows, all right? Incredible as it may seem, I was able to find this a full month in advance. There was no need for a fighter because this seemed to be written in the stars. Riddler or Princess, please reassure me that everything will be well. I am familiar with people. This is why people hate me, and I understand why it makes them angry. Your intention is to resist. The fact that I don't think I can be right about this is irrelevant. The chart is accurate, and I'm only relaying that information to you, so we'll keep consolidating and BSing about it. From here, things are likely to go downhill. A small amount more, up to the point when the Bollinger Bands become taut. As indicated earlier, it may go up another shot, but that's all right with me. Here we go again, this time towards 65. This trend line hasn't broken yet, but if it does, it will likely run up to about 75 cents before fading back. We're testing it again between 60 and 65 cents. The real pop comes when we get the fade back. I know it's bad, but we'll have to go back and retest this trend line. It's probably going to happen in the box nonetheless. This is the pivotal moment, and mark once more. In all of human history, this has never happened before. We are confident that this will be resolved, therefore we will continue discussing it till then. Exactly at that point in 2020, the chart shows the same event and XRP. The trend line is suddenly broken by you. You get halfway through and then it's go time after you've consolidated back. Hello there. Clearly we fall somewhere in the middle. Nearly there, but not quite at the final chance. Do you see that we have a ways to go? Actually though, we're right back where we started. Begin at the lowest level and progress to the highest until you reach the final chance. You can tell that right now we are making progress. It hasn't happened yet, but it will. Since 2016 is the year that everyone loves talking about, it might return to that year. This also holds true. Right now, we're in the middle of nowhere between the bottom and our last chance. A trend break is on the horizon, though one has not occurred yet. You might expect a short consolidation period after this process is resumed. I don't mean moon soon, but takeoff will be shortly. By finally, I don't imply a lengthy period, but rather that we will be able to make some upper levels. There will be no change to the 75-cent attack level. You should not expect it to suddenly skyrocket to the price you anticipate. Those are some really challenging statistics to overcome, or at least put to the test. The sequence will be as follows: $1, then $130, then $150, and lastly close to $2. Never again. Everything you need to know is right there in the playbook. It's that simple. Cryptography, as I mentioned before, is elementary. Sit down, buy some red and sell some green. Returning to the past, you're merely waiting for the price to rise. Do we need to do anything else from our end? Are we ending our relationship once more? From the 60 to 65 cent range, he brought up the possibility that we could be individuals. I know we haven't even gone half an hour yet, but just because the band isn't playing tight enough doesn't mean we should stop. It is on the way since the beginning of the year. I've been expressing this and a lot of people thought it was ridiculous. Seems like I really get it, don't you? Initially, we are afraid, but we learn this as time passes. According to the Ripple v. SEC lawsuit, Ripple 1,700 NDAs are positioned in between large banks and other financial organizations and enterprises. During the discovery phase, the parties uncovered almost 1,700 contracts. The expert study describes a variety of commercial activities, including the contracts in which Ripple transferred XRP to their respective counterparties, agreements in which Ripple agreed to pay another party for services rendered and XRP supplied by another party, agreements in which Ripple transferred XRP directly to another party, and agreements in which another party agreed to sell XRP on behalf of Ripple through trade platforms. Salutations to 1,700 contracts. Clearly, everyone and everything we think is happening has been taken. At this time, we are aware of 500 different partnerships. That's what the general people know. Given to us, or at least that was the estimate. I have no doubt that it is now far higher. Bringing the total to 2,300, 1,700 companies are now under non-disclosure agreements. No business will be exempt from using XRP. None of this has to do with XRP holders. They aren't just signing up to utilize Ripple or their own digital blockchain. In some capacity, they will all make use of XRP on the XRP ledger, either directly or indirectly via its usage as a gas token.